Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. My name is Super Siri. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Sundays. I hope everyone's doing well. We're playing Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, and don't mind if you've clicked on the thing and the title was weird. I messed up and forgot to make it 15 instead of 14. I don't know what to say about that. I messed up last stream too and had Slay the Princess thumbnail instead of a Paper Mario, so I don't know what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know. But welcome in. Welcome. I hope everyone's doing well today. Hope everyone's having a good day. Me personally, I feel like I've been lazy today. I feel like I'm just not doing anything but I'm opening the Celsius, don't mind me. I feel like I've done nothing but just sit around all day, and I'm flipping. I'm so mad at myself too, because I planned to clean and stuff. I don't know. I think tonight, once I'm done streaming, I might go and do some of that. So, fun. What else is there though? I don't know. I've been thinking about drawing and stuff too. It's been on my mind. I really do want to do some drawing stuff, but maybe I'll say something. You'll see it in the Discord server or something. But I'm gonna ask y'all if there's any characters you want me to draw. I might try and make it clear that I don't want to draw OCs. Just characters that you guys like. I don't know. Maybe OCs. Maybe. Who knows? I might. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I like drawing OCs. Sometimes I like drawing original characters. So we'll see what happens. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Because right now I'm just goofing around. But hopefully, I want to note, just getting off the subject there, hopefully this time around my OBS does not crash like it did the last time I was running my DS emulator. Because if it does, then it's something to do with the DS emulator, and I really, really don't want that to be the case. So, hoping and hoping, and that's what we're doing, hoping and hoping. At Hoping Law Firm. I also want to know, apologies for being a little late. I know, like, Siri, you're always late or doing something. But, sorry for being a little late. I've been trying to stay at 8 o'clock, like, come in at 8 o'clock. But, I was just, I don't know. I was looking at, to be honest, I was looking at, because I forgot I was going to say something about it. I was looking at voice acting stuff, because I want to get into it as, like, a little hobby thing. And so far, I've just been looking at Casting Call Club, and they've got, like, nothing. They got nothing for me. Especially since I don't curse at all, so it's very slim pickings for me. Maybe I'll have to branch out and do some light cursing. Siri doing some light cursing is very bizarre. To hear myself curse would be a curse in itself. I feel like the world would end if I did. But yeah, I've just been looking at voice acting stuff. Just trying to figure out where I should go with that. Maybe if Deacon comes in at some point, because I know he said he's coming in like midway through or later on, I might ask him where he goes to find roles. Because I want to get into it a little bit as like a side thing, like a hobby thing. You know how like some VTubers or like streaming people have like little side things that they do? Like I've seen some that sing, some that, you know, do art stuff, some that do the other thingies, mabobbers, voice acting, ASMR, which you will not see me do ASMR stuff. But, you know... all that kind of fun stuff. I want to do something like that. I want to do a little fun side thing. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. What else is there? I'm excited to play more my goodness, more Ace Attorney. Oh goodness gracious. I really need to get a new mic. One that actually works and doesn't fight my computer every time. But yeah, I'm gonna play this one. Here we go. I am excited to play more Ace Attorney, actually. I'm hoping we finish it this time around. At least this one in the series. Because I want to go on to the next one. Which means I gotta make a new thumbnail. So, good thing that I'm starting to get into wanting to draw again. Because, man, that would be inconvenient. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been doing today. It's generally just been me getting distracted with stuff and looking at voice acting stuff. And that's it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just think I would have a good voice acting thing going on. And it's not like I haven't tried in the past. Like I said, I think I said in the past, I did get like I was approved? Accepted? I don't know. I was picked for a role of some kind for like a fan-made project way back when, like in the late 2010s. And then it got canceled. And I only know that because they didn't say nothing afterwards. Did not keep me updated, nothing, so... And then here I was, like, sitting 2 years later, like, yeah, no, I'm not doing any voice acting, I guess. So there goes that. Thinking I had a role. No. No, I didn't. That's unfortunate. That's alright. There's more... There's more fish in the sea. As they say. That's totally a saying that they say. Oh, I'm gonna make sure to have these with me. That's totally a saying that they say. Definitely some type of saying. But yeah, I've been looking at like just roles and stuff, like what's available out there, but I don't really know where to look, so I don't know. Let me see. Last time I looked through YouTube, they didn't really... Nothing was coming up. Man. I don't know. I'll look at that later. But, yeah, I guess it's gonna be quiet tonight, y'all. We're gonna be chilling tonight. Let's see. What else is there? My goodness. I don't know. I don't got much to talk on today. I'm a little bit like, I've had the house to myself today, for the most part, mostly by myself today, and I've been enjoying the peace and quiet. Just enjoying the peace, you know, nobody's here, it's just Binks and I, just chilling around the house, not really doing anything, you know, just enjoying the peace, enjoying the quiet. Vaughn, welcome in! Oh my god, it's Vaughn! Long time no see! Where have you been? It's been 50 years! We were about to have another funeral. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing voice acting and stuff. But for the most part, it's been chill. It's been chill today. It's just been me and Binks. Binks and I. Binks and me. This is me and the cat. And the reptile. I forgot about the reptile. The reptile's here too. We've just been chilling. Sister's been out. I've risen from the dead. I'd say. I wonder where you been. Dang. Just disappeared. I hope you're doing well, by the way. I hope you're having a very good day. Ah, good to hear from you, though. Good to hear from you. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. What a good day. What a good day. Ah, so excited. Yeah, I've just been chilling today. Not really much going on. Just been doing my thing. I know my issue is I'm just reading a lot of webtoon stuff. I gotta stop it. I think this is one of those things. Oh my god, is it time to play Ace Attorney? Yeah. We're playing Ace Attorney today. Welcome in, Ivy. Welcome. Yeah, we're playing more Ace Attorney. I'm hoping we finish this this game today. I kind of hope so. Not like saying that I don't like like the game or something, it's because I really want to get to the end. I want to see what happens, like who did it and what's going on. I'm just so curious. And I want to finish it. I want to go on to the next one. I just really like the series. And we got so many games in this series that we gotta play, and I promised someone that I would play the whole series. Even though I don't see him anymore, what the heck? I never see him in the streams no more. They just leave me here. Sniffle. It's time. It is time. What time is it? Egg time. Yeah. I need to do a lot of things. That's what I need to do. Just a lot of things. We'll probably start here in a little bit. Just letting y'all know, we'll start here in a little bit. A little mini toe or two. Yeah, I've been trying to make sure I stream on time. My stream time is pretty much changed to 8 at this point. Where's my thing? It's pretty much changed to 8 o'clock, which I know some of y'all it's inconvenient, but I mean, it's more convenient for me, the streamer, to start streaming at 8 o'clock, because then I'm not getting interrupted or pulled away or end up coming in like super late, you know. This works out. This works out for everybody. But yeah. Oh man. And then changing from Saturday to Sunday too. Oh man. I've been having a struggle trying to make sure to stream on Sundays. I've been trying my best. Sundays usually, that's my family day, so I usually end up out of the house until like 8 o'clock, which is the time that I said I wanted to change to, so it's just been unfortunate for me. But yeah, I don't know. Also, again, I want to note this. More convenient for me. Wow, so... That's right. Oh, that's right, I said it. More convenient for moi. Cancelled. Blocked. Erased. Sending a strongly worded letter to YouTube right now as we speak. Aw, man. Dang. What was I saying? That's so funny. What was I saying? Oh, again, thank y'all so much for subscribing and stuff, by the way. I see we went up again by 1, and it's so nice because we're at 330 now. I'm very excited about it. Because we're making progress. Good job, guys. Good job. We're doing good. Doing really good. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up my... I don't have a... Wait, I don't have an applause one. Wait, I got a better one. Hold on. This one. Yeah! We're doing it! So stupid. Yeah. I love that so much. Just playing that one theme from Omori. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, thank you guys so much for subscribing and sticking around. It is so appreciated. You guys are a hoot to have. And it is always a joy to play for y'all. Regardless of my attitude, sometimes that it is nice to have y'all. I love playing games for you guys. Sometimes I sit and go, I should play that for the stream. I should play that for my kids. For my little floofs. They always love when I play things. I think not Saturday, good grief, Sunday. I'm still on that frame there. Sunday we're playing Suika game, which is nice. It'll probably just be that one time and then we'll continue on to something else, but Suika game, guys. The fruit game, where you match the fruits and you make bigger fruits and you make bigger and bigger fruits until you get a watermelon, which is really nice. We're gonna start here in a sec. But yeah, real nice. Gotta have us some watermelon. Delicious. I had almost forgotten that it's a Tuesday. Days have been so jumbled for me. I don't even know. But yeah, today's Tuesday. We're doing a Tuesday stream. I was about to be like, what are we playing Tuesday? Ace Attorney. Which is what we're doing right now. Alright, I'm gonna switch us over here. Yeah. I also want to note, if things look a little different, it's because I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I went ahead. Whoa! Sorry about that. I went ahead and reinstalled OBS. So if it looks a little different, that would be why. Oh, wow. The audio on this game is loud. Watermelon. Is that a watermelon inside a watermelon? That is still very loud. That's better. Yay! Reading! Whoa! But I tried my best. I wanted to make the, for the main screen, by the way, I wanted to make the chat box bigger. I thought the text would be smaller, but it's huge. Look at that. That's huge. Maybe it's for me for my screen. I don't know. But it looks good. I like it. It feels a little more filled in than what it was originally. Because it felt like I was just sitting in the center with a chat box on the side. Anyhow, enough rambling. October 8th, 1:24 p.m. I forgot something. Hold on a second. I gotta hop off the couch for a sec. Stop it. I'm not trying to... Stop being a hooligan. Whoops. Is this the right button? I don't even know. Load. And then... Shh, shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. Calm down. Because Siri's on the case. I forgot my totally real cop hat and badge. Gotta have that for this stuff, you know? October 8th, 1:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 6. Let's hope I remember how to do voices. Especially after doing all that talk about voice acting. Okay. So where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, the Drew Misham... Wait, Drew Misham? I'm trying to... Sometimes these names are like, they make something, but I guess not in this case. Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't Drew Misham the forger, basically. Huh? Well then, who was he? Well, he was actually... What does this mean? I'm so confused. Siri the officer? Kiss me very Siri! Wait. A dog. A cop dog. Siri the cop dog. Barry the platypus. I love it. My gosh, I love that joke. Anyway, I'm sorry. Doing her nails. So you really made these forgeries? Oh crap, she did. Yes, for father. I know it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? Lady, a few words. My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, Father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent, the chutzpah, the gift. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything. I'm really failing here. Excuse me. Anything? anything. Father was so proud and I so happy. But in the end, I was making those. What is this drawing? Oh, it's a sad face. Oh, that's so cute. But also very sad. Forgeries. I have never had a good constitution nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Ooh. Now because of me, Father is... Do you know anything about this red envelope? I remember that I remember that envelope. It was some time ago. Oh my god, I forgot about that one dude. So you were already you were already creating your works back then? I started when I was only 12 years old. So the one who figured out the stamp was poisoned. That was... Mr. Justice, it's time to the courtroom, please. To courtroom? Bop, bop. Wait, I don't have a... I can't... Is it a gavel? I don't have a gavel. I should really get one of those little tiny gavels. Just... The bailiff doesn't have a gavel, but I'm sure will. Right. Out of time. Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right. See, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. Man, those are some good sketches. I see. Mr. Justice. Yes? Father, he knew of you. Of both of you. Your late father? He was watching, gathering information. All about the Wright & Co. law offices. I'm gonna... Give me 1 second. Gosh. Sorry. Anyway. But lately, we're not doing just law. We're doing magic tricks too. She pulls a rabbit out of her hat. Yes, you do. Dadgummit. You do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. Well, they're not really gags. Oh, wow. Feed the reptile. Got it. If you know what that means feed the gecko. But I will do that during our break. Well, they're not really gags. Yet when Father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was. How was Mr. What? Who was Mr. Misham? How am I supposed to know? What if he was Daddy's daddy? What? What? Huh? What? Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. Aw, man, there's daddies all over the floor. We've dropped so many daddies all over the place. There's just so many all over the floor. I just don't understand. Aw. Sorry, 1 second. I was just telling not Cloaker. What am I saying? Creator. Good grief. I was telling Creator, I hope they give him his account back, or I'ma fight. I'ma fight. Anyway. We know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. Oh yeah, there's There's just daddies all over the floor. Just there's just so many. Who dropped all these daddies everywhere? I don't even think that joke makes sense, but I'm gonna say it anyway. October 8th, 1:36 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Silence! Welcome in, Lonky Ponky. Hi, you appeared on my YouTube page. I love Ace Attorney. Ooh, sick! Welcome in! We've played quite a few Ace Attorney games now. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is the 4th installment. This is the 4th installment, I think. Yeah. It's the Apollo Justice one. This one. I've lost my mind. I'm so sorry. Welcome in, Lonky Ponky. And I love you, dog Sona. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope I hit the right button. Thank you. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll continue. Court is now back in session. Oh no, Pharaoh. This is the last case for this one. I'm so interested to see how this pans out. Welcome. Very nice. Very nice to have you. Vera seems... Wow, Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Same, girl. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How did you set up this Drew Misham Forager persona? Oh, there's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. What's hard? Very well, miss. If you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Wow. This is a good case. Ooh, I hope so. This is my first time running through this case, so I'm very curious to see how this goes. I'm very curious. So far, we found out she's the one making the forgeries. Perhaps you'd rather answer my question? Were you the one who painted that painting? The remarkably similar one? Yes. Ooh, I'm so excited. I want to know what happened. Cool. Yeah. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it. So she was the one who made the forgeries? Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. This is one of my favorite cases in the game. Ooh, it must be good if you both agree that it's a good case. I'm so curious to see how it turns out. Ooh, so excited. Okay. To the world at large, he was the forger, not her. I mean, it would be bad if she was just copying them, like printing them, but her making a forgery, basically repainting what he painted, is pretty impressive, but also wrong. It's wrong in its own way, but still impressive. I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I? Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, yeah? Yes. It was in the desk drawer. You know who I miss? Gatto. I miss Gatto. I'd make a cup of coffee and I'd be sitting there listening to his song, the little I'd be sitting there like, yeah, coffee. And then talking about anime. Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope. I'm sorry, that was random, but like, my brain went right to him. I created things, and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal. All of it. Ooh. I received the stamp that was in that envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. Oh. There certainly was much of great interest in your testimony. Not that the witness realizes it. Very well, please begin the cross-examination. Draw a lot of my dogs with wings, so it's nice to see another one out there. Yeah! People gave me a hard time when I first, like, redesigned with wings. So I was in there like, dang, is it that bad? But I like having wings on my doggy. It's fun when they have little extra attachments. It's nice. It's fun. You can add more emotion to it. It looks good. Hold on, I gotta find my thing. It looks good, especially when you just have these little wings sitting out. I love it. So much fun. I'm thinking about making a new model though. I'm thinking about drawing a new model. I don't know what yet though. Very well, please begin the cross-examination. Right, okay. I think I remember making a poll saying like, should have a horn, a third eye, wings, something else, or like all of the above. And wings got chosen, so I'm like, sick, I want that too. I need more information about this forger. This Drew Misham. Okay. Russ, hold it! So these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right? The closer they were, the happier Father was. I was happy too. And she's like, well, even if I weren't quite close, Father still appreciated them. And it's just a stick figure. Stick figure on a boat. Hopefully you have some fun hijinks tonight. Too tired to stay up today. Aw, it's okay. Get you some rest. Enjoy yourself. Totally understand if you just need to chill. Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work? My first painting sold when I was 12. Wow, that's impressive. Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal. She was just a baby. Easy there, little attorney. Little attorney? You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery. True. Then why are we talking about forgeries? Please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father. Alright. Envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. I love being up to hijinks, by the way. By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point? Yes. The Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings. For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter. None of this makes her sound very innocent at all. And then the $100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Misham. A new industry? The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. Uh-oh, indeed. That's not good. Hold it! What do you mean you received it? Did I do something wrong? You didn't use the stamp. What? You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the back. Atroquinine. I probably said that wrong. A moment, Air Forehead. You can't force an answer upon the witness. Now then, perhaps you would tell me, Fraulein Vera? Why did you receive this stamp? Oh. Is something wrong? It was beautiful. Oh, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps? Very fancy. Those things are at least worth like $3 more. They usually get donated to something useful. Like you get the puppy stamps and then those go to the sad little puppies in puppy orphanages. The dog pound. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway. Yes, I think it was. So, you didn't know about the poison? What does that mean? I guess not. Could mean she's frustrated, like, how did you know? She just starts to twist her invisible handlebar mustache, like, how did you know? Just $3 more. $3 more. It'll go to a puppy who needs it. You hear in the arms of the angel in the background, if you buy these stamps for $3 more, that's like a cup of coffee. It'll be donated to puppies and puppy bones. And you get cute stamps of puppies. What a deal. Who needs a tote bag when you got puppy stamps? I guess not. So the trap failed by chance, by mistake. Thanks to this commemorative stamp that apparently has a puppy on it. Quite the close call. I only say that because that's all I think of. I've seen stamps like that before. I wish I could have got one though. They're so cute. Anyway. I'm such an old person. You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is? Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books. Oh, cute. I think she said that previously. This single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Misham wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large. But we had to meet someone for some reason. Taking a sip. Father posed as the creator of the work. So that was the real essence of the artist Drew Misham. You did the work and he supplied the face. Oh, I understand that. Like his daughter was like too nervous or too shy to be in front of so many people. So he, was in her place. Whenever I think of a stamp, I think of the ones with the American flag on them. Oh yeah, that's true. There's a lot of those. I totally forgot about those for a minute. I don't use stamps really. I don't even know if I have any right now. I don't really send stuff by mail anymore. I probably should have stamps though, just in case. But yeah, I forgot about the American flag ones. There's quite a few out there. There's ones with like birds and plants and stuff on them that are for like nature. Shows, America's nature. What just got sent? Anyway. I thought it was something important. It wasn't. So you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in. Yeah, I mean, in this day and age, I hate to say it because physical postal mail is kind of, starting to become less necessary, but I mean, that's just me. You had no idea how much danger you were in. Apparently not. About this commemorative stamp. Did it have puppies on it? Could you tell us more about it? Was it an American flag or was it an eagle? What was on it? Just something goofy. It was very pretty. And more than that, yes, it was a picture of people I liked at the time. Oh. Well, we were all wrong. This is something new. Get it. Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fraulein. Scritchy, scritchy, scritch. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it. Well, we got this, which has Fraulein Grammari. There you go. Put that in there. I can't believe they sell stamps with magicians on them. That's quite interesting. Man, where does that money go to? The magicians themselves? It's a very starving business, I'd assume. Those magicians you liked, was it this bunch? Popping in, welcome in, Windows Studios. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Apollo, they're not a bunch. She's like, how dare you? I see. Still, I have to wonder. Why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter? Good question. Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat true grammari. But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic, don't you think? I'm stuck on this. Prosecutor Gavin. Why is Gavin sweating? Prosecutor Gavin. Do we need to turn up the AC? Grammari. What's with Gavin? Might I ask just one question of this witness? Huh? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than a painting? There is such a pretty character design. I love her character design. Please tell me, what exactly did you make? Can I ask why? No! Answer the question now! Why is he getting so aggressive? Oh, don't you dare yell at Vera! Don't you be mad at her! Prosecutor Gavin, you're usually not the one whose volume concerns me. Yes, it is unbecoming of me. I apologize. But I must know, please, Miss Misham, tell me. It was a book. A single page in a book. Book? Please be more specific. He's preparing his fist in case he has to slam the wall again. It was a handwritten book. Like a diary. No, I don't. No. What is he freaking out for? Well, what's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost. Oh, this moment, my poor boy Clavier. My man's just realized where this trial's going. It hurts. Oh no. Miss Misham, this book. Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover? Yes or no? How did you know? Objection! Stop pounding the walls! He says as he slams his fist on the table. Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all your questions. Stop badgering her. Ooh, he's stressing. He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor, nothing? Sullied who? Phoenix Wright. Who else? Daddy? That got it. How many times am I gonna say that today? He never told you about the trial 7 years ago? About how he came to lose his attorney's badge? It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know. A certain diary. Wait. Was that diary forged? Was that one of Misham's forged evidences? On the back it bore the mark of a silk hat. What? Phoenix Wright tossed out of the profession by false evidence? And the forger who made that evidence? Is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham, you, to forge that evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it? Bap, bap, bap. Everybody calm down. You guys are getting crazy over here. Makes me want to slam stuff too. Bap, bap. We only met once. You met the client? Well, who was it? It was... Oh. What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again. It was Gavin, wasn't it? Yes, what? Is there something about me? Or maybe his brother? I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book. The diary. Who was it? Vera! Oh no, Vera! Ow! The devil. The devil? What? I need that soundtrack or that soundboard that creator has. It's just like, hey, it's me, the devil. Acute atroquinine poisoning. What? She was poisoned? Sends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. What? She is currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case, at first glance. Until it finally began to show its true colors. That's good. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. Phoenix Wright! Yeah! In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. Oh, what was that? What was that handsome devil? The sunglasses. And that is where we must go. Oh my god! Oh my god! A little baby! To find the whole truth. She's just a little baby. Oh my god! Just a little baby! Oh my goodness. Yes, we'll save. I love Trucy. She's so cute. But seeing her as a little baby is adorable. Yes, baby Trucy! I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time. And young Clavier, oh my goodness. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. Well, it seems I found the partner I've been looking for all along. Over a game of cards? Why yes, over a game of cards. What? That was how we first met. 7 years ago. Do we get to see Phoenix Wright again? Phoenix Wright's final trial. before he becomes really popular. Interesting times now. Yeah, now it's 7 years ago. April 19th, 9:27 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew, okay. It's been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. We're playing as Phoenix again. Yay! Miss the guy. I miss that hedgehog head. Gotta try and relax. Good morning, Mr. Enigmar? Enigmar. There we go. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared. I understand I'm asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All I did was play cards. You literally sat down and then we just started playing cards for some reason. And that was enough. Actually, it wasn't. Trust me. Looks familiar. Look at this little baby. Oh my god! She's so cute. So little. Oh god. I'm gonna have to do like a Pearl's voice.
Good morning, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
I'm fine as always. This old boy here is to help me. What? This old boy is here to help me after all. That's young man to you. This little boy right here, this little guy. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show's today, after all.
Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about?
Oh, old boy.
Huh? Me? Look what he started.
Here.
What is it? Seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer. At least only less than swift minutes remain. Oh, 10 swift minutes remain. To all those who have supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Farewell. Magnify Grammari. What's this?
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. I pulled it out of the trash can. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
What's this? A memo for you or some such? Not from the looks of it. Like,
I pulled it out of the trash.
I feel like I'm doing like a little misfortune voice or something.
I'm a little lady, you know.
What is this? Looks like a page from someone's diary. I'll give it a read later. I gave her a read right then and there. Notebook page, notebook page. Well, well, how do you feel about the trial today? We'll get through it, somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear. New hotshot on the street. Says that he wears sunglasses and he looks totally cool and hip and he plays in a band. And he does like an air guitar every time he's like on the money. Ah, an easy win then, yes? Wow. They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course. Oh no, wait. Of course, there's one of those every year. Switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it's a difficult situation I put you in, but allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright. Yes? They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best, but do not worry. First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech. I'll do what I can. I see you do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Impossible? Yes, isn't that right, Trucy?
Yep, you bet, Daddy.
My first look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad bit lacking, to be honest. It was on the lacking side. Very, very much lacking. Still, I'll do what I can for their sake. I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. My client is Shady Enigmar. Shoddy Enigmar? I'm probably saying that all wrong. Known to the world as Zach Gramarye, a wildly popular magician, star of the troupe Gramarye. His mentor, Magnify Gramarye, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in a golden age of stage magic until he was shot dead. And Zach Gramarye is the suspect. Okay, that's very unfortunate. April 19th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 7. Silence! Court's in session! That's not... Court's not... You don't have to say that. Court's now in session for the trial of Shoddy Enigmar. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Yeah, Phoenix Wright! Who is this young stallion? That sounds weird. Young guy, young Chad. There we go. Oh, that sounds even worse. Never mind. I'll just stop. Is this the wow. Is the prosecution ready? I was just thinking, is this what all the fuss is about? Bit of a buzzkill, really. Buzzkill? Is this some new kind of crime? One of the worst. This is a trial, yeah? Where are the sweaty palms and the pounding hearts? A Gavineer's concert's got 10 times the thrill this gig's got. Why are you a lawyer then? Who are you again? Clavier Gavin. I came to get the party started. Legally, yeah? He's a young kid, that's for sure. Gavin, defense attorney Christoph Gavins. Figures my bro's more famous in this part of town. Javier Gavin, lead singer for the mega hit band, the Gavineers. You're out of your league, rock boy. I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, rock boy. Wait. True, my debut single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby to me compared to this, yeah? Talkative, aren't you? I like your effective Euro rock accent, by the way. I can't do his accent, so I just do regular. Hola. Hola, Votek. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? I hope you're well. I'm just getting warmed up. Air attorney, right? Oh, very more respectful than air forehead. Perhaps you would be so kind as to fill us in on the case. I'm sorry. Chung, baby. Time to call on the opening act. What was his name again? Ah, yes, Detective Gumshoe. I missed Gumshoe! Oh my god! I miss Gumshoe. I'm sorry. I miss Gumshoe. I love Gumshoe, man. Yeah! And you... and I have to remember to do his voice. It's been so long. Hey, you were the one who called me up here, sir. Name's... Good grief, okay. Calm down, Siri. Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective. Homicide? Homicide detective known at the precinct. I can't remember how to do his voice. Detective Gumshoe, long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute. Hey, you. Huh? Me? Today's the day, pal. Today I win and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see? What? You normally lack confidence in your testimony? Air detective, this is my stage. Can the antics... Oh, can the antics... My goodness gracious. Huh? All this hey youing and such. And I could care less about your history together. How dare you? How dare you, Gavin? How dare you, Clavier? You drama queen guy. Outdated rock tropes. I don't know. Those are terrible zings. Just over here like, you terrible rocker wannabe. Got him. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case at hand. It happened 6 days back, in a room at the General Hospital. I have to remember how to do his voice again. I've totally forgotten. Facts are as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. The victim was a patient asleep in the hospital bed. The killer comes in, puts a pistol on his forehead, or to his forehead, and bam, lights out. Them's the facts. I've missed Gumshoe, man. Dude's hilarious. Especially when he does testimonies, because he's all over the place. Not so long ago, the victim, Magnified Grammari, was a famous man. I mean, he still is. He's just no longer around. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were. He's got a This is crazy looking. Ah, yes, the great magician. He retired years ago, though. Say the name Magnify to one of my generation, and you'd be lucky to get a blank stare. Wow. Yes, though I'm sure the youngster today know his disciples even better. First off, that's rude. He's a legend. Get your facts straight, Kevin. He's something else. And this, like, 7 years back, he's a little punk. That's what I'm gonna call him, a little punk. This time era. Like the one we know now, he's pretty cool. Pretty alright dude. You know, I don't think he could shine a light to Gato, but he's a genuine cool dude. In this day and age, he's a little punk. We're about to fight. I dare say Troop Grammari has made quite a name for themselves. I'm sorry, I'll keep reading. Anyhow, the retirement Magnified's been in the hospital for the last year. What was it? A malignant tutor or something like that? Doing something to his liver, I think. Yeah. Malignant tumor, perhaps? In other words, he had liver cancer. He had only 3 months left to live, in fact. Ooh, that's unfortunate. So that's why he was up in the hospital. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me again. The facts do seem simple enough. But something's not right. The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. That's a... I was just about to say, what a good reference. And then there's another one. Why not wait for him to knock on heaven's door? Knock, knocking on heaven's door. Why shoot him? I can imagine him singing that. I wouldn't have put it so quite... Oh my goodness. I wouldn't have put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die? Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes. Wow. Diabetes? In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin. Javier stopped talking. When he was shot with a pistol, the syringe was found at the crime scene. Chronic diabetes and cancer? I mean, yeah, I guess it's chronic because it sticks with you, but sure, alright. That was an interesting way of putting it. As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life. I believe the question before us is clear then. Why did the killer have to shoot his dying man? What reason could he have had? Very well, Detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us as to the circumstances of the shooting. Yes, sir. The circumstances. Brrr. One sec. Okay. Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir. Okay. What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting? Those are the facts. I have here the letter in question. My beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of— oh, well, alright. I don't get to read it. Boo. Well, here's a notebook page, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, that does look similar. To my beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. Come— what? Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will be— wow, good grief, I cannot read today. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot, square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Magnify Grammari. Let me— Sorry, I'm just checking to see if the handwriting's the same. Yeah, that's the same handwriting. Very interesting. Anyway. Not, you know, important, but, you know, also kind of important. Very unusual indeed. Although, could such a thing as a letter really cause one to pull a trigger, I wonder? I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end of the letter. End of the letter. Ah, you cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court? Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit, sir. One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason? The devil is in the details, Air Force. I'm so used to that. Air attorney. Air forehead just rolls off the tongue. Well, was there some reason? As it turns out, there was. Every night for a half hour, starting at 11 o'clock, the victim, Magnify Grammari, was given an IV. An IV? There it is in the picture, off to the side of the bed. At 11 o'clock, a doctor would come to set up the IV. But the IV is unplugged from it. Bit weird. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. This happened every night without fail. So that was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption during his IV. Very well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would. What's this reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? He could have at least mentioned it to me. Well, I mean, if he wasn't even telling the prosecutor, then... you know, what can you do? Hold it! Yeah! Yeah! How can you be so sure? Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learning to think for yourself, get that noggin cranking. You fail to grasp the concept of questioning, detective. First, we got this letter. It says, shoot in the forehead, loud and clear. I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it. Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal. You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people as bad, detective. We also found the defendant's pistol at the scene. Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired recently. Well, Mr. Wright. As far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim. The photo? Maybe there's something in there I can use. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Enigmar shot something else. I mean, it's obvious. It's in the left corner. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me. Yeah. What does the letter tell us? That the defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes. Bingo, pal. That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead. Good grief. Oh, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make. Even back in the old days, he's hitting walls. What, and you can prove that with this photo? Yep. I can prove he had a choice, yes. The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot? This right here. The clown doll? Take a closer look. See? It's been shot in the forehead, too. Ah! There's a hole in its forehead. This is such a dark image. Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim. Huh. And I suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot the clown doll? He didn't just shoot the doll. He shot the doll's forehead. His forehead? Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead. But why? The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. Excuse me, that hole in the clown's forehead, it definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter. I admit I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim. Perhaps he did have to shoot a forehead as ordered, but the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life. I just realized he's been calling Apollo Air Forehead, and here we are talking about, you know, shooting someone in the forehead. Maybe he was trying to say something. That's all I'm going to say. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life. The bullet hole in the clown's doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue, yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim. So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. Wow. He's full of something. How sad is it to see the novice's overconfidence? He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is going to get. Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony. I'm trying my best. Whoops. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsies. Didn't mean to do that. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsies. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoops. You mean this pistol, the one in the crime scene photo? That's the one. It's a funny looking gun, so there's no mistaking it. We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with a bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match. So you verified the murder weapon, in other words. You bet we did. Why are you so certain? What pile of sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal? You never heard of Zack and Valen's quick draw shoot 'em? What's that? One of the defendant's specialties. Zack and Valen stand on either side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on stage. This was one of the pistols they used in their show. Got a great design, huh? The kids love it. Many boys and girls joined the police because of that pistol, I hear. You know, that would explain a lot about the police force. What does that say? Troop Grammar stopped doing that act a while ago. Checking my stuff. Okay. I just want to make sure. True Grammar stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held on to that pistol ever since. The court would like to see the pistol in question. You got it, sir. Here she is. Wow, this is truly a blast from the past. Get it? It's a stage pistol for magic shows, see? But it can't fire real bullets. It looks so much bigger in real life than on TV. Yeah, but it can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces of having been fired recently. So, were any fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that a lack of fingerprints is, in fact, a fingerprint of its own. Ah, intriguing point. Well made. Bravo, I say. Bravo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not well made. Not intriguing. In any case, the court accepts this evidence. Oh, man. My grandchild will get a kick out of seeing this. But now it's time to return to our testimony. Bum, 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 bum. The trickiest case often seemed the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Sorry if I sound a little congested. I don't know what's up with that. Understand? Yeah, but like I just said, pal. After he shot the clown in the forehead, he went in. Nope. Did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not. The murder weapon? How? It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time. You literally just said that, Gumshoe, like not even 2 seconds ago. If you had shot the clown in the forehead, He couldn't have shot the victim, too. Yeah! That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot. Oh, where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it. I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, this party's just getting started. And I haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and startling record sales. And utter lack of humility. I love Phoenix's hot takes. Very good. I love his roasting. What's this? I read in your brain that you said humility. Huh, good one. I agree. It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared. Like I said, Air Detective, it was just the warm-up act. Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready. Ready for what? For my decisive witness, of course. My witness, who you will find, can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Grammari who shot the victim in the forehead. Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess. This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Ooh, we'll take a break here. That's what we're gonna do. There's a lot of to be continued this time around. Yes, please. I would like to save. Saving. We are saving. Okay. Taking a break here, though. All right, it's break time. We're gonna take a little break. Hold on, let me turn on the music again. Wow, the background music is very quiet. I would turn it up, but like, there's some songs in here that are louder than others. This one. Yeah, that works. It's break time, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break. There's some things I want to talk about, but I'll save those for when we come back. It is currently, I'll wait until it turns 10 o'clock. It's currently 9:59, but we're gonna wait until it turns 10. At 10:10, we will come back. We will play more Ace Attorney. I'm hoping that we will finish this. I have this feeling that we probably won't, but I'm gonna work at it. I'm gonna keep working at it. Anything else I want to note on? No, I don't think so. Anyways, it's break time, y'all. When we come back, I'll do a little chat and then we'll get back into the game. Break time, y'all. It's break time. Break time, y'all. Break time. 10:10. Be back at 10:10. And until then, get you some drinks, get you some snacks, take a stretch, do what you gotta do. We will be back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're back from break. Ah, I made it just in time. I had to take a minute. I ordered more little deli cups for my reptile's food. To put her food in. Put it in her tank, and I've just now opened it. I was trying to find something to open it with, and and of course my junk drawer, which has been cleaned out recently, not long ago, had nothing in it for me to open it with. 'Cause whoever sent it to me had those deli cups all wrapped up and then sealed with tape. Oh, I got pulled away for dinner, so I came back a bit late. Oh, it's okay, Deacon. Welcome in. I hope you had a good dinner. Don't you worry about it. Like I tell y'all, don't you worry about it. You know? You don't have to feel bad about it. You are here in time. Ooh, I was gonna ask you something, by the way, Deacon. Advice on where you go to find like voice acting roles. That was my question. I think I've asked this previously, but I'm gonna ask it again just to be sure. I'm gonna ask that because I know you've gotten a voice role before. And then while I'm waiting on that, I want to know, while in the middle of doing like playing Ace Attorney, I was sitting there thinking like, man, I want to watch some anime. I'm really stuck on it lately. So I might do that at some point later. Voice roles tend to find me usually on accident. What? Lucky. They usually run from me. They run from me. I don't understand. Man. I don't even know. Lucky you though. Really nice. But yeah, I seem to have no luck getting voice roles. Like I said previously, I had a voice role once. I got accepted for a voice role or something. Or I got a role, and then they canceled the project. So then I ended up with half the voice role. Sitting there like, well, all right. And they didn't even say anything. They're just like, yeah, we're working on it, and then never came back to me. They ghosted me afterwards. Like, well, all right, thanks. So yeah, that's my experience so far. But yeah, since I already worked with a previous person before, I got a new voice role from them for a later project. Ooh, sweet. Good job. Congrats to you. That's genuine, by the way. Good. Congrats to you. That's very nice. That must be that they like working with you enough to bring you back. That's good. Good job. Dang. I got a lot of anime in my head right now. I don't know what's up with me. We'll probably start here in a second. On a less related note, my voice still hurts from doing my Chujin voice for too long. Oh no, is that why you're giving your voice a rest? Oh man, yeah, you gotta be careful. I've lost my voice once. I think last year, actually. I lost my voice last year. Don't know why. Just lost it. So, be careful. Drink hot tea if you... No, not hot tea. I'm sorry. Yeah, water's probably good. You did say about drinking water, so... Drink lots of water. Don't drink anything with caffeine or anything spicy. Just enjoy some water. Rest your voice. Don't speak too much. Pretty much the whole thing. Anything acidic. That's what I've learned. Knowing me, I drink a lot of tea, so it messed me up. I had to do one very long line like 3 times because dissatisfaction and interference from Chujin's background theme going over my mic. Dang. That is unfortunate. Like you have to do it so many times, you're like, gosh darn it. And then by then you're like, gosh darn it. Oh man. I don't even know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to it. We're gonna get back to it. I promise. We're getting back to it. I promise. And yeah, that's really mostly I just wanted to talk about the fact that I had anime on my brain. Listen, they're playing Ace Attorney. I'm like, anime. By the way, if it looks like my stuff is kind of laggy, I don't know why it's doing that. It's dropping frames at the moment. I have no idea why it's doing that. Not to mention, I literally just recorded myself screaming. Well, alright, that's gonna make it worse. Could have been like me when I did like a 3-hour stream just before you lost your voice, and then tried to do streaming after you got your voice, just getting your voice back, and just sounding terrible, losing your voice again, and then coming back like, well, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. Rest in peace, vocal cords. Gotta give your vocal cords a rest. What else was there? Was it clearing your throat or swallowing, I think, helps moisten your vocal cords too? I think. I might be wrong. You may have to look into that. I don't know if that's true. I lost my voice at one point when I was sick. I was trying to whisper, but literally the same. I had the same issue for like 3 days. It was terrible. And I'm a very quiet person outside of streaming, so that's like one of my worst fears is losing my voice entirely and not being able to speak because it's already hard enough to hear me. So, and that's why the mic is always so up close on me because I am very quiet. I tend to mumble. So losing your voice does not help. You just sound like doing one of those. So it sucks. Anyway. Anyhow, April 19th, 11:21 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. And that was not fun. Not fun at all for me. I felt so frustrated because I could barely say anything. And everybody wanted to like, well, Siri, what's going on, Siri? Why is your voice like that, Siri? Well, what are you gonna do now, Siri? Are you gonna do anything about it? I don't know. It's like, stop talking to me. Right? I'm gonna write it down. Stop doing that. That was pretty much my whole ordeal. Anyway. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. I have to say I expected nothing less. We've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually. I did not think you would believe me if I told you. Better that you discovered the truth for yourself. I was thinking of you, you know. I think we must need less thinking and more talking. Less thinking, more talky. That night in the hospital, what really happened? The way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You'll scare Trucy. Speaking of which, where is she? You have seen the problem yourself. The letter. The one shot in the forehead. One, right? Drinking some water. As a little congested. Yes, and the reason he speaks of. I cannot deny my mentor's wishes, even if it meant my own death. Why not? This is something I will not say for now, at least. What is this for now business? I've done many things in my life, some well... What? Some poorly. But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves. We? You wanted to know about the night of the incident? Finally, this guy sure... What? Good grief, I cannot read today. I don't understand why I cannot read. Finally, this guy sure likes to take his time getting to the important stuff. Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. Rah! Welcome in, Evie! Jump scare. Ooh, jump scare. And found there upon his bedside table 2 pistols. Oh. 2? Yes. The one I had used on stage. And the one that had been used by my partner, Valent. Oh. For the Valent and Grant's quick draw thing. My mentor had the look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside. hearing only the light sound of his breathing. Then I took the pistol into my hand. I cannot deny that my resolve faltered then for a moment. You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him? Recall there was a reason I could not refuse his request. His last such request, though not his first. Oh dang. So there were other requests you couldn't refuse before? To be honest, I've not always been steadfast, and I fear I've brought pain upon Trucy. Aw. Was Magnify coercing his disciples somehow? Just what was going on in Troop Grammari? Yet, in the end, I did not shoot him. Instead, I turned and shot the clown. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket. In your pocket? I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's head, you will find it to be different than the one in my mentor. What were those called? I'm looking over, sorry. Rifling marks? Yes, well, that is all I have to tell you concerning the case. Concerning the case? You mean there's something else you can tell me? You are a fascinating man, Mr. Wright. Thanks. You are such a strange little man. A strange old boy. Yes, there is something. My mentor, his eyes opened. What? Magnify Grammari? The old devil, he was not asleep, you see. Of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway. I'm starting to wonder if Magnify set Zack up. You know what I mean? Because he says the old devil. I wonder if he set this whole thing up. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. We haven't gotten to the bottom of it. Of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway. This old man right here. And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. It was not a long discussion. Maybe 5-10 minutes or so. What did you talk about? Haha, Mr. Wright. Did I not just tell you? It does not concern this case. Zack Grammari, he seems pretty steadfast to me. Or maybe just stubborn. Mr. Wright? What? You're Mr. Wright, your presence is requested in the courtroom. Bark, bark. Once again, I am in your hands. Right, let's get back in there. April 19th, 11:37 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. Court is now back in session. During our recess, a bullet was found in and dug out from the clown's head. Well, this is news. And the rifling marks? There wasn't time to do a detailed analysis. Though they did find the weapon type matches the murder weapon. Well, that's not very conclusive, is it? Which is why I'm about to call my very decisive witness. Your decisive witness? How many times have I heard those words? Though they often turn out to be far less decisive than you think. Oh, don't worry on my account. I'm quite confident this witness will do the job. Drinking some water. After all, he's intimately acquainted with the players in our little production. Being the other half of the True Grammari's famous duo, Zack and Valent. Ooh, we're bringing Valent Grammari in here. Valent Grammari. So we get to meet the great Magnify's other disciple. Oh, he's so young. Perhaps we'll start by asking your name and occupation. So wouldn't that mean that Trucy is 9 years old at this time? Oh, little baby. She's just a little baby. Perhaps we'll start by asking your name and occupation. Valent Grammari, magician. And you're the decisive witness, are you? You can prove our fellows. You Your fellow student, your partner's guilt? Cool. Fate, the grand illusion, filled with traps and tricks. He looks so strange without the facial hair. I'm trying to remember what he looked like with the facial hair. Oh, crap. Wait, the shooting took place in that hospital after 11 o'clock at night. If you're a witness, does that mean you were there that late? If one were to... Wow. If one were to deduce... Good God. If one were to deduce this logically, the conclusion is yes. Okay. I always get the characters, don't I? The fun ones. Why do I always get the nuts? I have an interesting fact for you. You see, several days before the crime, my witness received this. Sorry. Is this showing the... Oh, that's it. When that guy points his cane, I always think, smell my cane, it's lavender. What is that from? My witness received this. It sounds funny, but where's it from? That looks very familiar. Well, wait. That's the same letter Zach Grammar I received. Yes, or perhaps I should say, ta-da! He's a hooligan. Order! And what does it say? Surely not the same thing. An abridged version of the Ace Attorney? That's pretty funny if it's true. Perhaps you should see for yourself. Oh. That's the task of lowering my life's curtain. I'm on the 13th, 11:20 p.m. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we... So it's pretty much similar, but different time. That's great. Smell my cane is lavender. I could see that. I could see that being a thing he would do, honestly. So wherever that abridged version is, that's pretty on point. Why, it's practically the same! The court accepts this in evidence. Almost the same, but different time. So wait, wouldn't that mean that he would have came there after Zach? This is most unusual. Exactly what was going on with you folks? What exactly was your troop Grimmerai up to? By which you mean... I'm just having trouble envisioning a man who would ask his students to kill him. Cold-blooded, you know? How dare they, I guess. Okay, putting my headphone back in. Alright. Both of them, no less. It's just my opinion, Air Judge. But from these letters, I'd say he was coercing them, not asking them. We walked the magician's path together, and in so doing, shared much of our lives. My students, please kill me. My students, please just... Good night. I wonder why he had them both come in at different times, though. I guess we're gonna figure that out. In so doing, shared much of our lives. When people are so close, there is a strain. There's strain, a warping of relations, you might say. Twisting this back on. Okay. Yet this has nothing to do with the case at hand. I forgot that I have little things to play with. Hold on. By which you mean you're not going to tell us. Which makes me wonder even more about this reason they couldn't refuse. Well, let's get on with the testimony for starters. Let's get this over with. I got a box lunch I gotta eat. Been a long time since I've seen this case, so I forgot how it goes. This is my first time running through this case, and it's been wild. The defendant, Zach Grammari, stands accused. Tell us why. Oh, I'll do more than that. For where he walks, the red roses rise, singing hymns to the miracle that is magic. Fascinating, though I hardly need to remind you that the evidence could just as clearly point to you as a suspect. The letter, the murder weapon, and now the 2 bullets found at the scene. In fact, the only difference seems to be the second, designated time. As every magician knows, timing is everything. Yes. And now it's time to get this party fired up. This dude, I tell you, he is something else. That night, I visited the hospital room at the time Magnify requested. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and my mentor had taken his final blow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. But my main guess is that Magnify did the deed himself. This is assuming there's no real culprit by the end of this goofy trial. I mean, could have, possibly, maybe to set them up. It just seems weird that he would do all that. Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss I gave to the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police. So you were the one who reported the crime? Indeed, I would think. This fact alone would clear my name of suspicion. Sorry. Okay. Let's not jump to any conclusions. Yes, the cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in this grief. Oh, my What did I used to say for the judge? I've forgotten. My what is it? Darn it, I can't remember. My emphysema, that was it. But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Gramorai, is guilty. And if it wasn't Zach Gramorai, then the killer was you, Valent. And no disappearing act. Why did I say it like that? And no disappearing act. Act. The night of the crime. Cheesy peas. Act. Good God. Like, jeez. Oops, not that. That is too funny. Act. I really cannot read today. There were 2 bullet holes at the scene, one in the victim and one in the clown. You're saying the one who shot the clown was you? No doubt my partner Zach has said much the same thing. Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. I'd better dig around here a bit more and see what I turn up. Mr. Valent, let me ask about something else concerning the crime scene, namely, the number of pistols. How many pistols were there when you entered the room? By which you mean what, precisely? 2 pistols were used in the Zach and Valent quick draw shoot 'em, correct? 1 for each of you. You are well informed, yet only one of my old friends sat in the hospital room that night. What did Zach tell me back in the lobby? Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time, and found there, upon his bedside table, 2 pistols. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket. Ow, that hurt. Sorry. I see no problem with that statement. Only one pistol is visible in the photograph of the crime scene after all. I'm stumbling over myself. So you picked up that pistol and fired it? Anyone need a voice actor? I can read, I swear. Indeed I did. Alakazam, alakazing, alakaboom. Oh. Is the number of pistols really so important? Quite important. The number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor. Very well. Please add this detail to your testimony. What can I do but obey? Presenting the stage pistol. Whoops, did not mean to do that. It's just right there. It's so convenient. Objection! According to the defendant, Zach Gramerai, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on that table. 2? One of those pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his pocket. Of course, this is what he would say. Unlike the hapless clown, we must assume our defendant has some brains in his head. Well, what about what Mr. Valent has told us? You see, there's something about his testimony that doesn't make sense. What might that be? I told you I took the pistol that was there and shot the clown. That's your story, at least. But the rifling marks tell a very different story, Mr. Valent. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us. I love Valent, but I hate him at the same time. I was always suspicious of Valent. There was just something about him that, I don't know, rubbed me the wrong way. He seemed like a nice dude, but I don't know, it's getting weird vibes from him. We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with a bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match. We got him! We got him, boys! We got him! Go home! Mr. Valent, if you fired this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead. Oh! Oh! Order! 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 Whoa! Well, this is all rather sudden. What have I done? Prosecutor Gavin? I owe the... Wow, what? I owe the court an apology. Sorry. Sorry for what? He really does look like early 2000s. It cracks me up. The sunglasses and the shirt just really scream early 2000s. I mean, it's obvious that Valent had not been convicted. We see him in the present, not in any of cuffs, chains, or prison cells. Yeah, we see him free and walking about, and no Zach, and you know, Trucy's with Phoenix Wright, so tells me that he lost the case, which is very sad. Oh, I see. Any form of cuffs, chains, or prison cell. Yeah, exactly. And the sucky thing is that, like, in Japan, a murder is pretty much a death sentence. So, yikes. You see, I was unaware that 2 of these unique pistols were crafted. The analysis of the rifling mark only proved the type of gun that fired them. But that's not what you told us before. That's not what you said. You said you'd verified the murder weapon. Which is why I'm apologizing to you now. Quite sincerely, I might add. Would you hold me accountable for a mistake made in my youth? That was just this morning. I am still young. And I might add, it wasn't really my fault. If the defendant had only admitted he took 1 pistol from the scene of the crime, we would not be having this pleasant discussion now. Valent Gramerai! Yes, Your Honor. You were presented to this court as a decisive witness, but you've proven to be more decisive than decisive. What? Divisive than decisive. Excuse me. Oh, he's smacking the wall. You'll see in time. Huh. The testimony so far has merely been a review of the facts. The proof comes next. Care to elaborate? Wow. Care to elaborate? Care to elaborate? Care to tell us what's going on, Prosecutor Kevin? When Mr. Valen entered the hospital room, the victim had already been shot. As his next testimony will prove, ere right, the real fight is about to begin. That was read all weird. Bring it. Very well, the witness will now testify to the court. Help us determine who shot what. Yeah. Yeah. I arrived in the hospital room at the appointed time, which is to say 11:20 p.m. Clavier and a later prosecutor are my favorite prosecutors because they don't hit their tables with their hands. I love Gatto. Gatto is probably my favorite prosecutor of all the prosecutors. Oh, I mean, I think I've said this before, he's like second place to, why did I forget his name? I think it's because I haven't seen him in a minute. Why can I not remember his name? I'm trying to remember. Thank you. Edgeworth. Yes, thank you. Miles Edgeworth. He takes second place to... Wow, I'm really selling it there, aren't I? I haven't seen Miles Edgeworth in so long, so now I'm just in here like, I can't remember his name. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name, though. But yeah, he's like second place, but I love Gatto. Gatto's such a great character. Just him and his coffee thing. I just love it. I love it. Love that character. I'm so mad about that last case, though, in his, like, in the game that he's in. Because it means that he doesn't get to come back, and it makes me mad. Makes me so mad. I love Gatto. I arrive in the hospital room at the appointed time, which is to say 11:20 p.m. After discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation, then called the doctor. The doctor examined the body before the police arrived. He was quite clear about the time of death, 11:10 p.m. Is that true, though? Like, death between 11 and 11:30. Yeah, that wasn't very specific. I mean, there were two other trilogy male prosecutors that I knew of, so I defaulted to the main prosecutor of the first game. The Edgeworth. He's a good prosecutor. He's really cool. And he warms up to us at, like, near the end. He's just so great. It makes me sad that he's not in this game, but, or in this, like, the Apollo Justice one. And the one in the room at the time was my partner, not me. Those times are rather close, you have to admit. You're talking about an alibi established over a matter of minutes. A hernia. To use a 10-minute discrepancy as the basis of your alibi is easy to explain in this situation, Air Judge. For example, take our debut hit single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love. Cue to the song, press the play button, and it will play for 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Clavier. I'm dropping, like, saying, like, take it for example, or my latest single that's really kicking off, which, by the way, you should listen to. It's like 2 minutes worth of golden, beautiful music. Do it 100 times, the result is the same. No, not really. Their debut single was only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long. What a ripoff. Honestly, that's not bad. I'd rather it be shorter than longer. Longer makes it feel like it's going on forever. Also, random fun fact, I was confused about Franziska von Karma and Manfred von Karma's existence. I was like, huh? Did one get a gender change until I actually saw a playthrough of the trilogy? I I ain't gonna lie, when I saw her and the name, at first I didn't pinpoint Manfred. I completely forgot about the guy. And then I realized afterwards, I'm like, oh wait. Does this mean she's related to Manfred? And then I found out that she is related to Manfred. That's his daughter. I was like, no, he's the worst. Magic is the world of utmost precision. Hocus pocus requires an admirable focus. And in the time of death determined by the doctor, there's an incontrovertible truth. Very well. The prosecution warns us that we're dealing with rather precise times. And we can expect the cross-examination to require the same level of precision. I would hope the defense refrains from its customarily broad, sweeping accusations. Franziska is actually better than Manfred, at least. Yeah, I agree. She is better. She kind of turned around towards the end. And I can appreciate that. I also thought she was very funny too. Because she'd pull out the whip and just be like, no, you're not doing what I want. Whip. Scaring everybody in the courtroom with her aggressiveness. I love it. Such a fun character. Couldn't be as bad as I forgot that Edgeworth is known for just updating the flipping autopsy report. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Lest we blur the focus, this case is so clearly demands. Point taken. Baseless remarks will result in a penalty. Carry on, Mr. Wright. Carry on. Right. Well, I know which one I want to do. Dun, 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 bump, 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 bump. I don't think I'm stepping out on a limb to say I have some doubts about this. How could the doctor be so precise with the time? We do usually only get an estimated time of death, true. But I'm not sure I've heard of a verified time of death. Magic revels in making the complex appear simple, but reality is the opposite. What appears complex in this case is a simple matter of subtraction. I see another person has done their arithmetic homework. The point here is the IV the victim was taking. It's quite visible in the photograph of the scene. Recall what we heard earlier about the victim magnified Grammarye's schedule. Every night at 11 o'clock, Magnify took an IV drip for 30 minutes. I can see the IV bag right there, yes. Now look a little closer. Follow the tube from the bag to the end. Yeah, it's not hooked up to him. Ah, the needle's been removed. Doubtlessly, it fell out when he was shot. Huh? That would seem to be the case. When the needle comes out, the IV no longer drips. You could just measure the remaining IV liquid. Precisely. The IV liquid functions for our purposes as an hourglass of sorts. Plus, a lot of people ship Phoenix with her, and honestly, I'm all for it. Not gonna lie, I see Phoenix is liking that whip. I don't like where that's going. I've never seen that before, though. I usually see, Phoenix and, Miles usually together. Like a guy couple. Watch me get killed for saying cancelled, that's it. Psh. Silence. No, I'm playing. I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm not sure about the comment of a phoenix liking the whip, but I mean, that's your opinion. I don't really know how to comment on it, honestly. This is how the doctor determined the time of death. From the amount remaining in the bag, it was determined that the IV had stopped 10 minutes after administration began. Huh? And so it was when I, Valent, entered the room. 10 minutes had passed since that horrible crime was committed. And this is proof. Well, Mr. Wright. Did that seem important? Very important. Well, seeing how it is the biggest clue we have to the time of death, I'd say it's very important. Let me sleep. Okay. I got one of those little, I think technically they would be considered like a 3D printed, but this came from like the dollar store. One of those little 3D printed like wiggly things. One of these. I'm just rolling it along my leg. I don't know why. Agreed. It would be hard to imagine a more precise way to determine the time. Behold the power of arithmetic. Excelsior. Very well then. The witness will add this detail to his testimony. Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth. But you're not telling. Did you notice the IV yourself by chance? When I first entered that room, the stench of gunpowder assailed me. Next, the mark of death upon my mentor's forehead. And then his left arm did I spy a rose, drooping and wilted. Its thorn, the discarded IV needle. Knocked from the vein by the force of the shot, luckily for you. If that IV had been there, why, you might be a suspect. Indubitably so. I might say it's thanks to my lucky color. Your lucky color? Yellow? Indeed, even today I wear it proudly upon my suspect self. For it always, without fail, brings me luck. Why, when Zack and Valent won their first Magician's Grand Prix? It's the very one that held by the Association of International International Magicians. GCPs. I was adorned in the attire then too, and our trophy, a bust. Ah, what a day it was. This is one trip down memory lane no one needs. My lucky color, yes indeed, and that IV too. I say, I think 'twas huge, especially for me, Valent. That does seem to be the case indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, any thoughts on this testimony? Valent sure looks happy with himself. How about this lucky color testimony? Sorry. It certainly looks like your lucky colors brought you plenty of luck, but not this time. Mr. Valent, your lucky colors betrayed you. I'm afraid you lost me. Your Honor, the witness's testimony just now clearly contradicts the evidence. What? Usually the ivy's yellow, that's an enema. Please recall my warning at the beginning of the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Baseless interpretations will be... what the heck was that? Duly penalized. That scared the death out of me. I do hope this latest accusation is well-based. I think it's because I got a lot of static going on. Don't worry, I've got all the bases right here. Very well, let's hear the defense's claim. Where's your evidence that contradicts what Mr. Vaughn has told us? This. The crime scene tells all, Your Honor. Photo of the crime scene? All this talk of color has me yearning for black and white, clear-cut simplicity. Tell this air right, just where is this contradiction in the photo? My pleasure, and I assure you it's quite simple. But I can't promise anything in black and white. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. When this photo contradicts the witness's testimony, why, it would be this right here. Valid Grammari, let's get one thing straight about your lucky color. It's yellow, yes? Kind of takes the mystery out of it, but yes. Something wrong with yellow, Mr. Wright? He just, like, pulls his little, his robe a little bit to show he's got, like, a yellow thing on underneath. Like, be careful with your words, because I love the color yellow. Sorry. I keep hearing something and it's making me nervous. Like my headphones are, dealing with some kind of static. It makes me a little uneasy, because they're obviously in my ears. Yes, there is. Decisively wrong, in fact. Take another look at the photo in the crime scene. Take a look at this photograph. Heck yeah, I get to make that reference again. What's this? Confusion, doubt. Tell us what your elderly eyes spy. Okay, first off, that's rude. Second off, even if my elderly eyes can see a problem here, Mr. Fallon, look at that IV bag. Oh, even my eyes. Jeez. What is this? What foul magic? It would be hard to call the IV liquid yellow, and I'm afraid no magic was involved in the taking of this photograph. No! Where did all the rabbits come from? Order! 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 What does this mean? This is some kind of mistake. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin. Your witness's mistake. The greener they are, the harder they fall. I suppose there's no substitute for experience. Valent Grammari, as you reminded us several times. I forgot how amazing Valent Shock is. I love when they give you that, like, full-on shock, because it's such a rare thing to see. But it's so good every time. Your lucky color is yellow, but the IV is clearly not. Well... This contradiction can mean only one thing. And to think, you almost had me. I see your true colors now, Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Title drop! Something you'd like to tell us, Prosecutor Gavin? As far as this court can tell, the witness's testimony does contradict the evidence. Yes, a contradiction. One that I shall be pleased to hand right back to Mr. Wright. He really does look good with his short hair, though. How do you mean? Isn't his hair longer, like, in the current times? How? Because the witness has made no mistakes. I agree, at a glance, the IV liquid does appear sort of greenish yellow. But I assure you, the liquid itself is quite yellow. Yellow liquid? How can you say that? As far as I can tell from this photo, it's green. Oh, that was the judge. Yes, but what color is the IV bag itself? The bag? You mean the plastic bag on the hook? It looks like I want to say light blue. Eggshell blue specifically, with a little bit of navy in there. Precisely figured it out yet? Oh wait, what? Precisely figured it out yet? Put a yellow liquid in a blue bag and you get green. This, incidentally, is the liquid's true color. Ew. I see. Ew. Your explanation does have a ring of truth to it. As I thought. There's no substitute for experience, Prosecutor Gavin. What? You may tell a good tale, but you've just proven something rather grave for you, that is. Grave? The liquid in the IV is yellow, yes. But how did this witness know that? It's quite unnatural when you think about it. You did think about it, didn't you? Getting sleepy. I'm trying to just hang in there. Checking my stuff again. Wow, I've been going on for a little over 2 hours, like 2.5 hours. Your Honor, the defense requests an explanation from the witness. At the scene of the crime, the IV liquid appears to be green. So let me ask, how did the witness know the IV liquid was actually yellow? Dang. Yeah. He had to be up close to see it. Oh my god. OMG. Order! Mr. Wright, you will explain this at once. The witness clearly knew the color of the IV liquid, so I'm sure it means something, but what? I can think of only one possibility, Your Honor. The witness, Valiant Grammari, has testified the IV liquid was yellow because... Liquid IV's color. From the facts before us, the answer is clear. The witness knew that the IV liquid was yellow. Why? Because he'd seen it before. But not inside the blue bag we see in the photo. He saw the liquid by itself in a clear color in this bag. I suppose he would have had to, but I'm still not clear as to what all this means. Ask yourself, why would he know if he didn't work at a hospital? That's where you'll find your meaning, Your Honor. I'm afraid I find nothing. So what if he knew the IV liquid's color? Jeez. Leave the getting excited over absolutely nothing to your teeny bopper fans, yeah? Teeny bopper fans? Teeny bopper? Huh? Ooh, I almost pulled my phone off my desk. The liquid IV is the only evidence proving the time of death. A 30-minute hourglass with 20 minutes worth of sand remaining. I keep imagining people on the judge's stand because his voice sounds suspiciously a lot like people. Whoa! I'm the judge, and I say that we need a recess so we can go skateboard. Your claim, Professor... Prosecutor Gavin. I remember it well. Oh yes, the good old days. Stitchy, I'm so tired. I tried my best. Taking a minute to stretch. This chair is very staticky. I can feel it. I don't know how to get it to unstatic. Just making me nervous. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. It's just I'm trying my best here. However, there's a critical difference between an hourglass and an IV bag. Wait, I know. An hourglass uses sand, but an IV bag uses liquid. I'm right, right? I mean, there's some hourglasses that use liquid, so... As much as it pains me to say this, Your Honor, no. Unlike the sands through an hourglass, IV liquid enters the patient's body. At which point, like magic, it disappears. However, what if the amount of IV liquid had increased? Oh? You couldn't tell, could you? After all, there's no way of knowing how much went in. Let me get this straight, right. You're saying the witnesses watered down the victim's IV bag? Not with water, but with IV liquid. That's how you knew the IV liquid was yellow. No, wait, I said wait. Sniff my cane, it smells like lavender. How might an amateur such as myself essay to perform such a task? I'm an amateur too, but I can pour water into a cup. Oh! I'm afraid there's quite a big difference between a cup and an IV bag. Quite. Can you prove our witness is capable of such a feat? He has a point. Amateurs. I at least would have some difficulty pouring IV liquid into that bag. You don't need to be an expert to see the look on the witness's face. He had a liquid to that IV to throw off the time of death. I tire of these fairy tales lacking evidence. Well, Mr. Wright, any solid evidence to bring us back down to earth? Valiant Grammar, I'm afraid your magic won't serve you well in a life of crime. Might I ask what you're strongly suggesting? Magic relies on props, and props become evidence. Our witness was certainly able to increase the amount of IV liquid in the bag. Jeez. Oh, heck yeah. Thanks to Soldu for joining us on the Discord server. So nice of you. Oh my god. Keep going up. So nice. Thanks guys so much for subscribing too. So nice of you. I'm taking a minute just to try and wake myself up a bit. So I'm getting sleepy, but I want to get through this. Our witness was certainly able to increase the amount of IV liquid in the bag. All he had to do was work a little magic, and the prop was this right here. Check that! Hold on. Rubbing my eye. Okay. The victim's syringe! It's the perfect prop for the magically increasing IV trick. And easy enough for an amateur to use. What kind of evidence is that? The syringe was clean, not a trace of liquid in it. And don't you find that odd, Prosecutor Gavin? What? The victim had the syringe to administer his insulin shots. There should have been traces of insulin left inside. Ooh. Yes, there should have. Well, Valiant Grammar, as you pointed out yourself, the IV liquid makes the perfect clock. One that you can manipulate at will. He actually could have. Like a saw! Oh man.
I do believe, well, with this being his first, that the burden of this trial has been a bit too much to bear for Prosecutor Gavin.
He's sitting in a corner rocking back and forth. Like, it couldn't have been the syringe. Just rocking back and forth like I like a zick. I like a zaw. I like a zoink. I like a zoinks. I'm imagining Prosecutor Gavin just on the like in a fetal position, just like I hate it here. Oh man. It's not wrong if it's too much. Same brain some moment. Him in a fetal position. It's just about to die. He's just full on having a breakdown.
I'm afraid that while there is a doubt as to the amount of IV liquid in that bag, Prosecutor Gavin, please pick yourself off the floor. Somebody get him a warm chalky milk. Or no, a nice fresh chalky milk. And a blanket. The time of death cannot be proven. And that brings our trial to a close for the day.
Well, maybe I can squeeze an extra day out of this. I can do a little much needed investigation work. Ooh. That's so funny that we both just like just both like, he's having a moment. He says as he's sitting on the ground. Truly, there's no substitute for experience. Nothing blinds one to the truth so effectively. Oh boy. A word to the wise. Underestimate the young and they'll sweep your feet out from under you. In a way you never, ever expected. You see, I know exactly what you're thinking. Do you? What was he talking about? Or what's he talking about? You say the witness used the syringe to manipulate the level of IV liquid. But there is no proof. There's no proof he didn't do it either. Yeah. but still. Yes, quite true. Huh? He's admitting it? Nor was the witness quite as decisive as I'd hoped. This I admit, after all. Why linger in the past when the future holds so much?
You have something in your mind, Prosecutor Gavin.
Proof, Air Judge. I have another way to prove my case. With evidence. Oh, with evidence, no less.
What's this?
This is the victim magnified grammarized diary. Diary? Ah, crap. I've got, 2 acne patches on my chin, and every time that I, like, swipe my paw again around my face, it just, I'm like, no! Because they're one of those, like, knockoff patches that don't stick very well. Diary? After going into the hospital, magnified... Good grief. Began writing his memoirs, it seems. The story of his birth, his startling debut, and of meeting his disciples. It seems he intended for the last chapter to end quite appropriately with his death. Wait, that book doesn't say what the reason was, does it? The reason why his disciples couldn't refuse his last request? Sadly, it does not. What's important here is on the last page. Apparently, the victim wrote in his journal that night, even after the IV had begun at 11 p.m. Let's read it, shall we? Tonight's IV is maybe the last. Maybe the last. Something the rest to them. Oh, I left the rest of them. The first should come soon. This journal may end here or it may go on, but not long. That depends on his hand. All something. This does appear to have been written just before his death. Oh, it's the judge.
Just before his death, sorry. The court accepts this into evidence.
Magnifies diary. Read the very last part with particular care. You just slowly slide that other page in there like... This journal may end here or it may go on, but not long. That depends on his hand. Of course, by his, he refers to our defendant, Zach Ramurai.
That would make sense, yes? He was the first scheduled visitor, after all.
Look at what he said before that. Trying to stay awake. It's getting late for me, that's why. Aw, join for Keep Upper. Aw. That's so nice. Thanks for joining, Soul. Soul, do appreciate you. Thank you. Wait, can I... Let me send a GIF. Oh, man. Yay! Perfect. Let's see. This journal may end here or may go on. It may go on. Magnified Grammari intended to write again. That is, if Zach Grammari didn't pull the trigger. I see the defense understands the meaning of this. The victim's diary does not go on, it ends. But it would still mean that it could have also been valid, so make your sense, man. Make the point. Bam! Just... I couldn't do that. There's no way. Because Magnify's life was brought to an end by the defendant, Zach Grammari.
Order! 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 Prosecutor Gavin! Are you certain that Magnified Grammari wrote this?
There is no mistaking his handwriting.
Oops. Well, this does seem to be, significant.
Cheesy Pete's.
According to this, Magnify did intend to continue his diary. Yet if his diary ended there, which plainly it did, obviously,
then the one who pulled the trigger was the first visitor, Zach Grammari. Well, you like me now, Air, right? Still too green for your taste, hmm? I mean, when you look at it, it's very obviously there was a page taken out. So, it's not the last thing. He's right about the diary being pretty clear. Still, I find it hard to believe. I was AFK, but I'm back. Welcome back, Deacon. Who's this? Ah. I'm Mr. White. Wait, I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm my own. Well, he obviously overlooked such an obvious problem with his precious evidence.
Well, Mr. Wright, the witness's testimony we heard was lacking. But put together with this evidence, it seems quite sufficient for a case.
But if the diary... What? If the diary was accepted like this, the trial's over. Maybe it's time for me to show them something.
Obviously, I never actually say it. Also, take your gun. You're welcome. I saw the opportunity and took it. I'm left with no evidence but to show my own evidence. What? You have some evidence that overturns this diary? Hmm. My puppy. Yeah. Hmm. It's not too late. What? I think there was a misspelling here. I don't know. It's not too late to rethink this and avoid more embarrassment. Very well. Please show us your evidence, Mr. Wright. Incidentally, don't even think of showing us this diary I've just shown the court. But why would I do that? Now that we've come this far, I hope you have something a little more decisive. Show us evidence that proves the victim continued writing his diary. Alright, I'd be happy to. The decisive evidence proving to the diary didn't end with this page is... First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. What's this? I hadn't noticed that at all. That's why we're still here talking about this. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page. Alga, I don't believe it. Looking at this page, it's hard to imagine that the first visitor that night shot Magnified Grammar. That's the defense's position. Wait, let me see that. What in the Sam Hill? I almost thought I saw Binks for a second. I was looking like, what are you doing in here? Why, this is the continuation of the victim's diary. Oh boy. Note the torn edge of the page. It's a perfect match for the torn remains of the last page in Magnify's diary. Quite remarkable. Would you care to explain what all this means, Era Attorney? The diary continued after his first visitor came, which means that the victim was still alive after Zach Grammari left, leaving no one to take his life for the second visitor. Valen Grammari. No. No! Handwriting too! Matches that on the other page. Sorry. This is without a doubt the genuine article. Oh. I'm jamming. Order! 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 But wait, that's impossible. That old man couldn't have written that. Oh boy. Here he comes. Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you, Air Wright? Resist what? Presenting solid evidence? Proving you wrong? Air Judge? Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness. But the cross-examination was over. We were about ready to call it a done deal. But Prosecutor Gavin! This evidence overturns the current witnesses. I ask only to put it on hold. Please, my new witness has a very, very important piece of testimony to give. 5 minutes, no more. I promise, Your Honor. Well, if you put it that way, Mr. Wright, what's your take on this? Well, Your Honor, judging from his enthusiasm, we'll have to hear this new testimony sooner or later anyway. So it might as well be sooner. Oof. Then though this is highly irregular. This is why I hated this part of the case. Man. We will put the current cross-examination on hold. The witness may step down. Now, Prosecutor Gavin, please bring this surprise witness to the courtroom. Gotta know. Very curious. I had a bad feeling just then. That ripped page was too obvious. He must have known. And I should have known it was a bad sign all around. Oh, it was like a trap. Hey, is that who I think it is? Holding trial with no audience is the first ever for me, Prosecutor Gavin. I beg the court's understanding. Oh. But I had to make a judiciary deal with the witness to secure his testimony. A judiciary deal? The details of his testimony may have some legal ramifications, shall we say. I thought it best to contain the information to this room. I'm gonna do this. This is the first time I'll ever do this. I'm gonna stand a minute. Welcome to the stand where we're standing because I'm falling asleep and I do not want to keep falling asleep. I hate doing that. I thought it best to contain the information to this room. Whoops. Oh, crap. What happened? Very well. And you are the witness, I gather. Yes. Yes, sir. I don't know what voice to give him. State your name and occupation for the record. My name is Drew Misham. I'm a painter. Knowing me, I'll probably fall asleep while standing even. I've done that before. Doesn't usually end well for me. So I do one of those like, a painter, and you are somehow related to this case? No, well, not per se. I have one simple question for this witness. Mr. Misham, was it? Do you know what this is? Oh, yeah. I know it well. Oh. How's that possible? Have you seen this diary page somewhere before? Oh, yeah, I mean, I made it. What? What? You made it? Yes, you might call it one of my works. The regional prosecutor's office received a tip-off yesterday. Illegal evidence has been prepared for the trial of Zach Ramurai. Illegal evidence? Dang, they pasted illegal evidence on him. That is messed up. Oh, that is terrible. They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. Are you serious? They put that on him. Wow. Oh my god. They gave it to Trucy in hopes that she would give it to the defense. That's terrible. I initiated an investigation and found this witness. A painter to the world at large, Drew Misham, has another side, you might say. Yeah, exactly. I was just saying that too. Poor Trucy ended up a part of it. He's skilled in making perfect... Hold on a second. Let me do... There. I'm on now. There. He is skilled in making perfect reproductions of certain things. Forgeries, in other words. Forgeries? I think the reason why I'm so sleepy is because the room is very warm right now. Well, so we are to understand that this page here is a fake. Prepared by a certain defense attorney. Whoa, that is quite the accusation. Hold it. I didn't prepare this evidence. Ah, the attorney speaks. Something about this page, I presume. But what is he saying? It makes no sense. After all, it was you who presented this evidence to us, Phoenix Wright. Wow. Witness, Mr. Misham, was it? Who requested this forgery? Who was your client? That I don't know. What? Most of my clients prefer to remain anonymous, even to me. I make the items they want and receive my payment. That's the extent of my contract with them. Wow. But there's no proof this is a fake. It's a fake. Huh? To avoid just this sort of problem, I always put a special mark on my words. I can say without a doubt, this is mine. Huh? What? Oh no, Judge, please don't do this. This is so stupid. Don't tell me he's gonna fall for that. What? I mean, well, yeah, obviously he does. It's, you know, like, we've seen what happens to him. But, like, hold on. So you're telling me that they forged some kind of note, like a whole diary, if you will, and then just pasted it onto Phoenix Wright through Trucy, by the way, mind you. This is through Trucy. So poor little Trucy ended up a part of this in some way, like an accomplice to it, unknowingly. And they're just like, yep, okay, he did it. Therefore, his fault. It's like, no, that's not how this works. Mr. Wright, you have just presented illegal evidence to this court. My court. That scoundrel. It was careless of me. That's all I can say.
Oh, old boy. Here.
What in the world? What's this?
I don't know. I just got it over here in the hall. Or over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the specky hair. They said it was really important.
It was all a trap. Fatal trap. That is so evil. Mr. Wright? Yes? Do you have an explanation for yourself? If I did, would the court hear it? Probably not. Forging evidence is a serious crime. And presenting it in court, a serious mistake. Fatal mistake for an attorney. Dang. That is vile. That is so vile. They set him up. Man, that's so stupid. Okay, the issue is, like, how was he supposed to know it was a fake? You know? And even then, is it actually fake? Like, the thing is with, like, forensics and stuff, they have a way of, like, checking people's, like, handwriting and signature to see if it's similar. And it's really interesting stuff, but, like, could you imagine just going based off the word of, like, one witness? Just saying, like, yep, I faked it. It's a forgery. I did that. And then just not looking into it or seeing what's going on with that. Or even asking the flipping defense where they got it from. Or how they ended up with this information that's a forgery. They're just like, nope, that's illegal. You have to leave now. Timeout zone for you. The forever jail. You get put in lawyer jail. Sorry, them's the rules. It's like, what the heck? That's not fair. The heck? Fatal too, perhaps, for your client, I fear. Tell me, what kind of defendant relies on forged evidence? The answer is quite clear. A guilty one. Wouldn't that mean Clavier also used forged evidence?
wouldn't that mean that he also used forged evidence? Like illegal evidence? Because he was the one that pulled the book out, right? He's the one that set the trap. And we lined right into it like a mouse. A mouse to the trap with the cheese in it. But then he's also a mouse, lining the trap with the cheese in it. So, what's going on here? This is such a phony baloney court. I want, oh, this whole court's out of order. This is not fair. Your Honor, wait. I understand that presenting forged evidence in court is a serious crime. But you cannot hold my client responsible for actions I undertook as an individual. I mean, that's true. It's not the, even if, like, he did it on purpose, it's not his defendant's fault. It's not the defendant's fault, right? The client is not at fault for whatever happened, unless they were the one that gave it to him. But it wasn't from him, so I don't know, man. None of this is right. None of it makes sense, but sure. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Your Honor. Another close call, I dare say. If the prosecutor's office hadn't received that hot tip, everything would have gone the way you wanted it to, yeah? See, I didn't trust him either. Clavier? Gavin? No, I didn't trust him either. He seemed like a nice dude, but I don't trust him. I didn't trust him at all. Not even an inch. Just something about him. Just could not trust that guy. Now I know I really cannot trust him. Just something about him. I even gave you a chance. Too bad you decided not to think before embarrassing yourself. Man, I don't like none of this. I see no reason for further discussion on this matter. Special witness dismissed. The heck? The silence. Mr. Attorney? Yes? Could I ask your name? Huh? Phoenix Wright. Mr. Wright. I have seen and studied many people, but unlike you, I'll remember you, Mr. Wright. Why? Oh no. Oh no. This is so unfair. Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. Oh, that's so unfair. You have the right to find a new attorney and make an appeal. However, this court must... Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There is one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. It is impossible. I'm afraid the defendant is quite mistaken. I most certainly have the authority to declare a verdict on you. Except, tell me, how do you plan on announcing your verdict when your defendant does not exist? Doesn't exist? What are you talking about? I'm talking about this. He vanished. He said, you can't arrest me if I disappear. I thought he got arrested. What is going on? Mr. Enigma. The defendants escape. Quick. Quick. Wheel of close all exits from the building. He literally went, you can't arrest me if I disappear on you. Yoink. Bye. See you never, suckers. And he's out. God. I cannot believe this man. He just literally is like, peace, I'm out. Oh, shoot. He literally did a Houdini on him.
On the double, he must not be allowed to escape. Oh no. That day in that courtroom, a miracle occurred. The defendant, Shady Enigmar, aka Zach Gramarite, did not just escape from the court. He literally unbelievably vanished right before the bailiff's eyes. No one ever saw him again, not since that day. This is the Gramarite miracle. I can't believe he just did a disappearing act and he said, nah, peace. That is something else. What is this court? What is this case? He's just like, nah, I'm out. He literally just said, I'm out of here. See you never. Oh god, that is hilarious. I love that dude. He's just like, you can't give me a guilty verdict if I leave. He literally vanished. What in the world? Oh, okay. No verdict was declared. Ah, Jeezy Pete's. After all, the defendant didn't exist. He left the lobby. That's how it happened. The trial of magician Zach Gramarite vanished along with him for all eternity. So interesting. The mysteries that remained behind were all solved, however. But not until 7 years later, when we found out it was not to be continued. That is hilarious. You know what? I think we're gonna give it like, because I know we only got a little bit more to go. I think we're gonna finish it here because it is getting very late. But that is wild. Plus, I want to talk about this. Hold on. Pull my chair back up. I took a minute. I needed to like stand because I was starting to fall asleep. Oh my god! The heck? Yeah, save, I guess. That's wild! Yeah, I gotta wrap up after the stream? Yeah. Oh my god. We gotta finish up here. That is wild! Okay, we're gonna call it there. Oh my god. What on earth? He pulled a Houdini? He pulled a Houdini. He said, nah, I'm out. That is wild. That is wild. I thought they'd send him in prison. I thought he got the death sentence. Because that happens with every one of these gosh darn murderers. They end up going to prison. And Japan's law system pretty much puts them on the death penalty. He screwed off permanently. He really did. He just went, nah, I'm out. And then left his daughter behind. The freak is going on? Oh my god. That is bizarre. And then the faulty evidence, like being planted on him. The freak? The freak is going on in this kangaroo court? I mean, to be fair, you've got a rock star playing as a lawyer. Your witness is a painter, and the what is it, suspect's partner. You know, like, I don't know. Japanifornia may or may not mean just prison in general, since it's a mix of both Japan and Cali. Possibly, yeah. It could just mean prison time. Then I hope that means that a lot of the characters that I've seen that I love so much, even the suspects, made it through okay. Because I love to see them come back. But yeah, no, this whole case was weird. This was quite the case. And we're not even done yet. There's still a little bit more to go. I am at a loss for words. Ah, my god, I'm at a loss for words. That is crazy. The forged evidence, and then him just being like, alright, I'm out of here. You can't say I'm guilty if I'm not here. I mean, Matt on guard is an obvious tell that it's only prison for murderers. Oh gosh, I have to look. See. Hold on. Ah, dadgummit. Why do I always have... I think it's because my pinky's so small. Man on guard is obvious tell that it's only prison for murderers. I believe it. Honestly, I had to look up who that was and now I know. Yeah, I believe that, honestly. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. This case so far has been crazy and I love it. I love it so much. Ah, now I see why this is a favorite for a lot of you guys. It's a good case. He goes to prison with Shelly the killer after his... What? After his bum if he gets a guilty verdict. Which is basically death. Oh no. But not actually death. I mean, yeah, it's a life sentence. Well, a life sentence is only like 30... like 35, 36 years. Which is generally pretty much your life. But, yeah. this case. I'm reeling at the moment. I'm trying to like process what just happened. Man. Okay, well, I guess in the next part, the next time we play Ace Attorney, that will probably be the last of this case. And I'm so excited to see what happens because what the freak is going on? That is absolute crazy. Crazy. Cannot believe that. Anyway, y'all. I think that's it. I think we can call it there. You know what time it is. It's that time. Alright. I love this Animal Crossing theme. Anyway. You know what time it is. It's that time. It's that time once again because it's almost midnight. It's time for bed. It's time for bed. Time for sleepy night time. It's time for snoozing. You know what I haven't done in a while? A little hour. I know that's not really... work is more convenient. It's bedtime. If you got school or work going on, I wish you luck. I know that stuff sucks. Sunday we'll be playing this week a game. That'll probably be the only stream we have for this week a game because it's literally just a, you know, web browser game where you match fruit. There's not really much else going on there. So we'll probably do a one-time thing with that. But anyhow, let's see what else is there. Again, thank you guys so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. We have been doing really well. I've been trying to keep up. I'm gonna try and start posting things more. I really want to start, you know, putting stuff out there. This gosh darn. I want to start posting stuff more, like, social media wise and just getting things out there, but can't make promises because every time I make a promise for something, it doesn't work out. Or I just forget about it. I don't know. But anyway, I think that's all I got for y'all. I hope you have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Self-care is important. Love yourselves. Excuse me. You're the only you in this world, and I will see you guys Sunday. For funny fruit matchy game. Alright. Okay. Ciao until next time. Until next time, Deacon. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye, y'all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye, Deacon. Bye. Bye, y'all. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye.